What's going on, guys? So today we're going to talk about research in medical school. I currently just started research and I thought it'd be a really great topic to talk about and inform you guys just a little bit about research during medical school. So today I'm going to talk about So should you do research? The answer is it depends on which specialty you're interested in, because some specialties are more competitive than others, and the only way to separate yourself is to do that extra research experience and show that you're really interested in that specialty. So some examples are orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, neurosurgery, dermatology, ENT, and a few others are really competitive residencies where applicants all have really competitive test scores and you really need that research to separate yourself from the pack. Now let's say you're interested in something a little more primary care based like family medicine or pediatrics, then you probably don't need research. If you really enjoy research, then you should do it, but you don't really need that extra research experience to separate you from the pack. Another case in which you would do research is if you really want to go to a competitive residency program. Maybe you want to go to Johns Hopkins or you want to go to Yale for your residency. Then maybe you do want to do research. But the key factors if you should do research are if you're interested in a competitive specialty and if you're interested in a competitive residency program. If you hate research, then I really don't recommend you do it. There are still plenty of people who match into competitive residencies who don't do research, but it can't hurt, and if you do well, then you gain a lot of experience in that specialty. Okay, so now we're going to talk about when you should do research during medical school. The ideal time is your first year of medical school because that's the biggest summer break that you have. So my school, we get about 8 weeks for summer break, so that's going to be by far our largest break in medical school at all. Doing it during your first year of medical school is really important if you're interested in research or a competitive specialty. Now let's say you didn't know that, you're kind of already past your first year of medical school, or you weren't able to land a research opportunity. There's still plenty of other time to do it. You can still do it during your second and your third years of medical school. All you have to do is go to that department and say, hey, I'm really interested in this specialty, but I don't have any research experience. Is there any project that I could get involved with? And more than likely they'll have something for you to gain some experience on. So if you're going into medical school soon, try to aim for that first summer of medical school, and if you can't get a research opportunity, don't worry, there's always plenty of time to do it later down the road. And lastly, we're going to talk about my research experience, what I'm working on currently, and I just started this project yesterday. What it is Johns Hopkins wants a bunch of metropolitan areas to gather information on traumatic hip fractures. So when you have a traumatic hip fracture, there are major arteries in that area, and if the hip splits and some of those arteries rupture or break, then patients can go into hypovolemic shock, basically where they're bleeding out inside of their body because those major arteries are broken, and they can potentially die. So what Johns Hopkins wants to study is the effect of hip binders, or they're basically big braces that you wrap around patients' hips who have traumatic hip fractures. And the idea is that those binders are supposed to constrict the volume of the hip joint and hopefully prevent hypovolemic shock and allow the patients to stay alive longer. So right now what I'm doing is I have about 30 ambulance reports that I have to go through. I also have access to Meditech, which is the patient records, and all of their x-rays. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through those ambulance reports, I'm classifying each hip fracture. After that, I'm entering in vital signs, I'm entering if any medications were given, how long did the patient survive, and what was their final outcome. The key data that we're really trying to convey is if these hip binders are placed in the field of the traumatic accident, do they help prolong life? Do they help keep the patient alive? And I think if Johns Hopkins is able to analyze all of this data, I'm not the only one doing this, there's a bunch of other cities involved in this research, but basically if Johns Hopkins is able to show some sort of correlation between hip binders and increased survival outcome, then they'll go ahead and do a further study on this topic. Pretty interesting. Like I said, this is for the orthopedic department, and I'm really excited to be working on this. And you know, typically when people think of research, they think of sitting at a bench with goggles on, white lab coat, mixing chemicals, or doing something really minute. But research in medical school typically isn't like that. Medical school research, unless you're in the pathology department, it's going to be more clinically based, which is really interesting to me. I'm not really interested in the bench research, so if that doesn't really interest you, but you're really interested in the clinical aspect of things, then medical research is definitely for you. I hope this video is able to shed some light on medical school research. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the vlog. What's up, guys? I'm back now at my apartment. really quick announcement, I actually just joined the Ghost Ambassador team, so I actually have my own discount code. It's gonna be EJFIT, and then that'll save you 20% off your entire purchase. Let me show you guys what they just released. Sorry, this is dark. So they just restocked these dad hats, which are really cool. They got some awesome summertime colors, and then they got this brand new blueberry toaster pastry protein. This is really good, guys. This is like I mean, I've never had a protein like this. So the actual base flavor is a blueberry flavor. It's a little bit tart, and then it has chunks of toaster pastry inside of it. So you'll be sipping your drink, then you'll get these chunks or like little pieces of toaster pastry, and they're like crispy. They're not soggy or anything like that, and those are really sweet. This is probably tied with my favorite flavor right now. I really like cereal milk, but this is probably tied with it, so definitely try this out. And then they also got a Warheads Black Cherry. What are you doing? What are you doing? Sorry, that ball makes noise. So they released this is also really good, but I still like the watermelon better if you haven't tried the watermelon. But if you want to try something new, try out the Black Cherry. Anyways, that's what's going on with Ghost. So this past weekend was 4th of July, and I went to Grand Lake, and you guys will see that footage right now. But other than that, I didn't vlog too much at Grand Lake, just kind of enjoyed my time, hung out with Madison's family, and then now I just got back from a workout, which you will see right here. And yeah, that's been pretty much it. I started my research, which you obviously, if you watched the first part of this video, you saw. What are you doing? Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Get it. Get it. Go get it. So I can't really show you guys what I'm doing specifically, but maybe I'll show you guys the program that we enter in the data. So I enter in my data on the Major Extremity Trauma Research Consortium kind of like interface, or this is their website, and I enter in all the data on here. And then this is a completely blank chart, so there's nothing identified on here, but basically this is all the info that I have to enter in. When conducting research at medical school, you really have to be careful of you not exposing any patient information. So right now I have about 30 ambulance charts right here. They're like ambulance spreadsheets. I can't show you guys them, but basically they have all of the information of what happened on the scene and all their vitals, medications given, procedures done, all that good stuff. Also, I'm in the process of designing some med school / fitness-based t-shirts. It's all going to be on Amazon. It's going to be fulfilled on Amazon. So if you guys want any specific designs or saying on a t-shirt, comment down below and let me know. I'll just give you guys a way to kind of represent staying fit in med school, represent me, all that good stuff. So if you guys are interested, comment down below. Let me know if you have any design ideas. and maybe I'll put that on a shirt for you guys. And then I'm also doing a review on this website right here. I'm going to be making a YouTube video about this website in the near future. It's called Lecturio, and basically what it is a website that can be used for the MCAT, USMLE Step 1 and 2, and then, so this is for actually a medical degree in the UK. I didn't actually know that. So if you are interested in any of this stuff, this is basically how I'm going to be studying for Step 1 at this point in time. I'm going to go through all of this software, make a complete review on this stuff, and I will let you guys know how I like it. I also went on Instagram Live earlier this week, so if you did not join in, definitely join in because I answer any personal questions that you might have for med school or for fitness. If you want one-on-one advice, I do it there on Instagram Live. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram at EJ_fitness, and I can answer all your questions on Instagram Live. Thank you to everyone who tuned in on my first Instagram Live session. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's gonna conclude the vlog. Comment down below what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys next time.